The Gold and Silver Pawn Shop was definitely one of those places that surprised the viewers watching from all across the world in many ways, with people coming in and spending thousands of dollars on mere collectibles, and with the Harrisons walking with splendid profits. The pawn shop presented itself to be a place of great opportunity. Everyone associated with the pawn shop did end up getting more than they had expected, or already had. The crew at the pawn shop were the people who benefited the most. Here is a list of the top 5 jackpots at the Pawn Stars show that amazed everyone. But before we begin, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you don't miss out on anything. Number 5. Eagle Medallion. Wonders are definitely not rare at the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop, and the case of the antique Eagle Medallion is surely one of them. A man came into the pawn shop with an Eagle Medallion, which he claimed to have bought from a local yard sale for just 75 cents. When Rick looked and appropriated the medallion thoroughly, he came to the decision that the medallion was far more worthy and offered to pay $6,000. The customer obviously saw a huge surge in profits, making him accept the offer immediately. It turned out that the medallion was far more worth it. Rick asked Craig Gottlieb, a military antique expert, to come in and have a look. $30,000 to $40,000, and that was from the Khazaros occupation of Poland. Our take from this event was that yard sales should be taken more seriously. Number 4. A pack of 3 swords. Rick got very pissed off by the fact that Chumley just gave off roughly about $4,000. His disappointment did not come true when a professional was brought in to have the swords examined. Chumley got fascinated by the package of 3 swords offered by the walk-in customer, making him decide not to call in an expert to have the value of the swords examined. When Rick got to know of this, he called the local swords expert to have a look at the swords and calculate their worth. It must have been a very relieving moment for Chumley when the expert appropriated the swords to have a worth of $13,000. Number 3. Photo Voyeurs by Edward Curtis. During the 1990s, a woman walked into the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop and offered to sell some photographs of the famous American photographer Edward Curtis. Rick initially wasn't aware of the true value of these photographs, so the deal he made with the woman did not reflect at all the value and worth of these photographs posed. One of the unique things about these photographs was the way they were taken at early ages, something that has completely become extinct these days. Since the woman was not looking for a lot of money, and a mere $50 would have satisfied her, Rick did not hesitate in taking chances and bought them from the woman. It later came to Rick's knowledge, and thus he was able to sell them for $20,000. Number 2. Japanese Katana of the 1600s. Chumley helping again in the swords department at the pawn shop. These Japanese katana swords dating back to the 17th century were surely a definite steal for the pawn shop owners. These katana swords were passed down in the family of a single samurai for centuries, and these were also used in World War II. Rick had these swords sent back to Japan so that they could be stored back to their original condition. When Rick got them back, he explicitly told the rest that the swords were not for sale. But just as soon as Donna White comes into the pawn shop and asks for swords which he can add into his sword collection, Chumley shows him these swords. At the end of the transaction, Donna White walked out of the shop with these swords and a few others for a total of $69,000. Number 1. Brooke Williams Super Bowl ring. During a stay in Las Vegas, the cornerback for the New England Patriots came to the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop to get a humble amount of just $2,600. He obviously didn't want to sell the ring, therefore he refused to pay Rick $10,000 for the ring, and had contracted with Rick that he could come back for the ring in 141 days. Luckily for the Harrisons, Brooke Williams never came back for the ring, and they were able to keep the ring for a substantially low price. The ring was made up of white gold, sapphire, and whatnot, and thus was appropriated to be worth at least $20,000 to $30,000. Rick refused to sell the ring for any such price, and kept the ring for himself until anyone came and was willing to pay more than $60,000. So guys, that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up before leaving. Stick around though, we have loads more videos to show you guys, so we will be seeing you soon. Until then, goodbye.